Okay, I was contacted by the company Retevis. They make all kinds of radio stuff, and they sent me a radio. This is their RT72, which is a very entry-level DMR radio. So I've never owned a DMR radio, so it's taken me about 2 days to figure out how to do DMR stuff, but I do have it now programmed and it does work. So I am no DMR expert, but I was able to create a code plug from scratch and create a parrot and talk to myself. And anyway, I'm not going to get into how DMR radios work. They're very, very involved, and there's lots of videos online about how you do DMR. It's quite complicated. Definitely not recommended for somebody who's not willing to spend the time and learning all this really weird stuff. So let's take a look at what comes in the box. It comes with a nice drop-in charger. I think you know I complained about my Yaesu FT3DR. Doesn't come with any doesn't come with a drop-in charger, doesn't come with a strap, doesn't come with anything. You have to buy all that stuff extra. Anyway, so this one comes with a nice drop-in charger, and it has a nice light on the front. It's red when it's charging and it turns green when it's done. That's nice. Let's see, what else does it come with? It comes with a big thick manual. I asked them if they're going to send me a radio to make sure they threw in a programming cable, because I didn't want to be stuck without a programming cable. So they did give me a programming cable. I don't know if this typically comes with the radio or not, or that was a special request and you can buy it with and without. But anyway, if it doesn't come with one, don't buy one. Okay, don't buy one, because you can program this thing with just USB. There's the normal microphone headphone type of plug thing that you think you're going to program it with, but then there's this little USB micro over here, and you can program right through that. So don't buy a cable, just use an old USB micro, and then you can do all your programming through that cable. So no need for this one. Comes with a headphone and microphone clip-on thing. I didn't even open that up. And it comes with a clip thing. Goes on back here if you like that. I don't like this, so I didn't put that in. All right, let's get this all out of the way. All right, let's. Is the radio on? Yeah, the radio's already on. Let's see if I can show you the screen here. So it's a color display. It's a dual bander, so it's a 2 meter 440. And this is going to be hard to. Yeah, I think that'll be a little bit better. All right, so it comes with a dual bander, so band 1, band 2. It's a digital radio because it's a DMR. It's also an analog radio, so it does all the normal radio stuff. So you can buy this radio and just ignore all the DMR stuff if you want. Works just fine. Let's see here. It's got like 4,000 memories, something ridiculous. One thing about this radio is I don't think I would recommend this radio if you like radios where you're typing all the time on the front panel. This radio is really meant to be hooked up to a computer and programmed. It is all functional from the front panel, but you're gonna not like certain features of it, I think. But once you get it all programmed and set, I really like it. So like I said, it's got 2 bands, and it also is, I said it was 2 meter 440, but it also has a little bit of extended range on the 2 meter side, so it will receive weather.
2 feet at 17 seconds. For tonight, northwest winds 20 to 25 knots with gusts.
So it's got a real touchy, volume, and I don't like that. I don't know if there's any way to program that out. I'm kind of tempted to go inside and put a resistor in or something because it's just way too loud. Now, some people like loud radios. This is definitely a loud radio, so if you put it in your pocket, you're definitely gonna hear it. Okay, let's get rid of that so it doesn't yell at me all the time. we'll go ahead and give a demonstration here. Demo that it actually is a DMR radio. Let's see here. Let's go down to. Let's see here. Let's go down to. I programmed in 3 repeaters. If you're familiar with the Bay Area, there's Mount Umunhum, which is this big giant 2,500 foot mountain that's kind of southeast of me, and then due south of me is a different repeater, and then due north of me is a Milpitas repeater. So I've got all 3 of those in here. So we'll go ahead and just use one of these. And this is the one that's pretty nearby. It's at 2,000 feet just to my south. So we'll do this one. I'll identify off camera, and then I'll do a DMR parrot for you. Let's see here. And this is IMSAI guy with a test of the parrot. And this is IMSAI guy with a test of the parrot. Okay, so if you're not familiar with DMR, there's a parrot function where you can talk to the repeater, it records you, and then it plays it back to you. So you don't have to ask, you don't have to find somebody, give me a radio report. It automatically does that. It automatically just echoes it back to you. So really nice feature. And you can talk anywhere in the world. You can actually send a digital transmission. It actually digitizes your voice and then sends it to the repeater, and the repeater links into the internet, and the internet sends it everywhere in the world. And you could talk to somebody all the way across the world with a DMR radio. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. Like I said, I'm not going to teach about DMR radios. Let's take a look at the battery. Pretty big battery, so about half of the radio's battery. It's a 1800 milliamp hour, 7.4 volts. Real nice gold contacts on the back, gold contacts on the battery. Like I said, it feels like a well-made radio. The programming software is pretty good. It didn't take me too long to figure it out. It took me a lot longer to figure out DMR in the first place, but their software is pretty good. And you can program the buttons. If you don't like the way these buttons are behaving, you can reprogram them. There's a button up here that you're supposed to be able to program, although I haven't been able to get that to program yet. And yeah, push to talk, volume. Yeah, pretty nice. So anyway, I think what we should do is maybe put it on the spectrum analyzer and put it on the power meter and see if it's outputting what it's supposed to be outputting. All right, so first we'll do a transmit test. 4.2 watts. It's claimed to be a 5-watt radio. 4.2 watts sounds about right. And this is on 440. Let me change to 2 meters and do 2 meters. Oh, there we go. 5.5 watts on 5.5 watts on 2 meters. Very, very nice. And then I can put it into low power mode. Low power mode on 220 should be about a watt. It's 1.6 watts. Okay. And then on 440, I'll put it on low power and 1.3 watts. So yeah, very nice. I like it. So it's doing that really, really well. I think the next thing to do would be to put it on a spectrum analyzer, which we can actually do right here. Let's see here. This is not the greatest spectrum analyzer and hard to use, but yeah, there we go. Let's put it on a real fancy spectrum analyzer and allow me to do some additional measurements. All right, there we go. Let me put the max hold on the tray. So I'm transmitting on 440 low power, and we have our carrier, and our harmonics are super, super clean. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, about 50 dB down. So very, very nice. Let's see if it continues when we go to high power. So we're going to do the same thing on high power. Yeah, This radio is very clean on 440. So let's go to 2 meters. There's 2 meters. This is low power. Let me get rid of that. This is let's do a peak search, and we'll do a delta marker next right. So we're down minus 41 dB. So that sounds pretty good to me. Minus 41, and that is on low power. So let's go to high power and do it again. And let's see. Let me take a fresh trace. High power. Yeah, we're getting a couple extra harmonics down at the bottom. But again, about minus 46 dB. So it looks like a very, very clean radio. I think everybody will be very impressed with that and happy with that. All right. What else can I say? Let me get back with the camera back here. Okay, one item I didn't mention was it does have GPS. There is a menu settings, and you go down to GPS. Okay, and then you say what your position is. It gives you your lat, your lon, your speed, and your altitude. So, you know, it's not going to use these anyway electronically, but they are there, and you can read them, write them down, tell people your position. So it does have built-in GPS. It's just not the most convenient one. So that's my quick review of the Retevis RT72. I think it's a really nice radio. It's sub $100. I've seen them super cheap sometimes on sale. So take a look. And yeah, it's not a bad radio.